Hey, David Ralphoff here. Just doing a quick video on Affinity Photo. This is something I'm using as a replacement for Photoshop. And like with any new piece of software that I'm learning, I just want to figure out what how they think about the tools, like what the shortcuts are for using them. Each piece of graphical editing software, photo editing software, or whatever, um, treats a tool slightly differently. And I'm just getting started pretty much with Affinity Photo, so I just wanted to point out a quick thing that I noticed when trying to learn these different tools here. So as you can see, I've got Affinity Photo loaded up here on the screen, and I just wanted to show you something here real fast. So you can see at the moment I have the magic wand tool selected. Now if I look down at the bottom of the window here, you can see there's this little line of text, and the text is just showing how you can use this tool in a few different ways. So for example, here with the magic wand tool selected, it's saying, click to flood an area. So if I'm looking at this square here, if I click that, it'll flood that as a selection. You can also change the tolerances. So here you can see this is set to 8%. If I wanted to raise the tolerance, I could click and drag, and you can see that's going up, or I could drag left and it's going to go down to 0, and then I guess start going up again. So yeah, there's just a few little quick tips down there about how you can use each of these tools. You can see it also says you can use Alt to subtract, so I'm going to hold down Alt and click inside that selection. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. So this is part of the process of learning these tools, is like, even with these tooltips, sometimes I don't know exactly what they mean by how this works. I do know that the selection process is fairly different from Photoshop. I'm really used to the workflow of being able to like click on a layer with the control key down and select the whole layer, and then if you want to add or subtract, kind of universally having Shift or Alt work with any selection tool to help you add and subtract. It doesn't appear to be the case in Affinity Photo, so I'm still kind of hunting around for the next best way to do those kinds of things. For me, I do a lot of like pixel level editing, so that's a really key part of my workflow, so I'm hoping there's some way to do it. But at the moment, I'm not sure how to do that. But I just wanted to point out this quick bit of info here about looking at the bottom for how you can use tools in different ways. You'll notice as you click through these, it changes. There's different shortcuts you can use for each of these. I know there's an iPad version of this app too, and I think while the shortcuts obviously are different because you don't have a keyboard, I think these kinds of shortcuts also exist there. If I'm not mistaken, I think a lot of them you like hold down one finger somewhere and then use the other finger to kind of do the secondary action with the tools. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Thought that might help you out. So yeah, just take a minute if you're new to Affinity, or if you hadn't seen that before, and just click through the tools and kind of get a sense for what your options are. And yeah, as I learn more about how to use this, I'll probably do some more videos on especially transitioning from Photoshop to Affinity Photo, which I'm still evaluating but is looking promising. So yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you in the next one.